I don't even know what happened. Like, I couldn't go around and then... Got hit by something. It's annoying. Could not tell you what just happened there, but... Oh, there it is. There's the hit I was talking about. First hit I've taken on that boss in a long time. I don't even know what happened. Still. Although, yeah, I mean, if we actually get... No, I mean, yeah, if we go for an hour and a half and we don't get hit here, that'll probably take us to where? Orphan? Just past Orphan? I may just finish that up, but we'll see. It depends. Like, if I'm before Orphan, then I'd probably just leave it. If we were after Orphan, then I would try to finish it up. But I think an hour and a half is enough time for Orphan, dude. I'm gonna get hit here. Oh, definitely no. Wow. Okay, guess not. Kinda forgot, you have to make sure that guy chases you over. I was literally getting ready to reset there and just... and then he just missed. But yeah, where does an hour and a half take us to? Where were we at? Well, it's hard to say because I had to reset the timer a bunch of times on another run, but... It's probably... Yeah, an hour and a half is probably around Orphan or Maria. Yeah, distance PB is Orphan so far. Yep. And we do Orphan as the 6th last boss. I do leave a lot of the easier bosses to the end. But after Orphan, there's Lawrence, who's pretty much free. There's Ligarius, who is definitely not free, but if you get good RNG, he is, I guess. And then I do Lay Boys, Aberitus, and Amygdala, the last 3. The Lay Boys hit would suck, but could happen. I got hit on some practice runs on them, so... And I tested my damage there, right? At 39 strength? It was fine? I think so. You just can't get a counter hit on the second hit. If I do, I just reset, I guess.
What? Prepare.
I guess for the... Yeah, I guess it could be a clip, but you could also, like, just timestamp a YouTube VOD, maybe. Might be easier. But doesn't matter. Wow, he's really just farming the same move. He solved it. Figured out how to never let me beat him is just spam the same move. Oh, we counter hit on that. Interesting. This is actually bizarre. Just only doing this move.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
That was really dumb. I need to roll that, and I did. Here we go. Elden Ring, so we're not doing the 6-game run yet. This is preparation for it. Elden Ring will most likely be last, though, yes. That is the plan. Because Elden Ring last, it has the highest quantity of easy bosses at the end of the run, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got to get past shadows in this game before the run really gets started. That is true. Although I'm aside from that one hit PB, that baseline run I did, I haven't got hit on shadows yet, dude. Which is pretty nice. Like, when you're not resetting on shadows all the time, makes things look a bit easier, right? Resetting on a bunch of other stuff, though. I don't know. For the 6-game run, I am considering cheesing Rolana on that, though. Because Elden Ring all bosses is a very comfy run, except for her, basically. Everything except for her is very comfortable. So I may Giant Flame, or whatever it's called, whatever spell that is. I may do that through the wall on her. Maybe. But, because I don't think they ever patched that, right? It's not like I personally don't... Team Hitless has a rule that you can't kill enemies without going through the fog gate or whatever. I don't. Like, I cheese Esger. I'm going to cheese Esger through the fog gate. I mean, I'm not going to cheese, like, Cinder or Princess through the fog gate, though. Which is a thing you can actually do, but... Yeah, I'm going to do the Noxduo out of bounds cheese, too, probably. I may do it. Even though it's definitely the most cowardice move ever.
Take this.
Cowardly move ever, but... But, I mean, if I'm, like, 30 hours in, then everything's on the table at that point. No, I'm not cheesing Capra Demon, but we just one-shot him, so there's no point to do Firebomb cheese or anything. Yeah, I mean, the Cinder and Princess cheese, it's kind of annoying to set up. Like, you have to initiate the fight and bone out, and then you come back, and then... I actually forget. I'd have to go check my bow-only no-hit run. Or I did Great Bow-only no-hit run in DS3, and I cheesed both of them. Because you can use the Millwood Great Bow weapon art to shoot through fog gates, is what you can do. And so, yeah, you can kill a bunch of bosses like that. But yeah, for Rolana, I may do that. But just because thinking back to that run, I feel like the only boss that really concerned me was her. I mean, sure, I guess there's Bale. Bale script was kind of scuffed, and I actually messed it up when I did Region Locked, I think. I remember correctly. I don't know what Bale strat I would use at this point. Well, I guess, yeah, I'm actually not sure. Maybe something better there. What did I do on non-region locks? I think it was just Glimpblade's Bloodfiend's arm, but was there a problem with it? Some of the Glimpblades can miss, I remember. Maybe more lenient with Bloodfiends though, or something. I don't remember. Yeah, we'll see when we get there though. I'm not really worried about that yet. I'm worried about getting this run first so I can end my stream. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna... I mean, depending on how long this stream goes on for, though, I guess, but I'm probably not gonna take a big break after this or anything. Other marathons I've done in the past, I've taken, you know, quite a few day break after, but I don't think I'll need it after this, just based on how I'm doing it so far. I'm not going insane playing 16 to 18 hours a day or anything. I'm like sleeping for 4 hours. Thought I landed that. Plan on getting base plus DLC a few times before starting Chalice? No, there's no need. There really isn't a point in just doing that. I will get more consistent at the all bosses plus DLC through doing that run, right? Because yeah, I'm gonna have to be ultra consistent at this run, which I think I don't think I'm far off, dude. I really don't. I think a lot of strats are good. Route's good. It's just bosses really at this point. Until I get hit by some other strat maybe, but seems like now the last 3 runs have been just straight up boss hits that well, the last 3 runs that got somewhere were just straight up boss hits, so that's kind of what I more care about. Getting hit pre-shadows is a normal thing that I not really too concerned about. It is Douglas, yeah. Honestly, wish when I was going for the God Run 3, I was this consistent at Bloodborne, dude. Well, yeah, I don't think I was at Bloodborne any percent, but I guess I'm not really thinking of the hits I've taken to Gascoigne, so maybe it's the same. I do remember getting hit on shadows more often, though, than this. For sure. I think it is because I can sprint, yeah. I think that is part of it. And just 60 FPS is just better. Just makes things easier, makes it easier to react to attacks. Oh. Fuck, man. Oh, break. No stam? No way. Okay. First time I've scuffed that strat. No way I was letting her heal on me, dude. Yeah, a little scuffed. I didn't have enough stamina to do that L1 somehow. First time I've done that. Yeah, limb break is pretty cool. I've talked about this before. I really like the limb cuts from Dark Souls, older Dark Souls games. I would love to see their next game include both and like explore the limb breaks a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ghost is the only one to do Chalice, I believe. No hit. It was a couple years ago. I don't think anyone else has done it since then. So, surely I will be the second. Well, it doesn't matter if I'm the second or third, whatever, but surely I will join Ghost. Welcome back, Ella. The O on my share was OBS window. Wait, what? OBS window? Oh, for the amount of hits I've taken. Dude, that's crazy, yeah. I'm gonna start saying that now. The zeros for how many hits I've taken in my life. 0. Surely. No, but I like limb cuts are really cool because limb breaks are pretty cool too, that you have like a weak point to go after and stuff like that, but limb cuts really change the dynamic of a fight. And I think like Rotten is a good example of it. I'm not saying Rotten's the best boss ever. I think he's okay, but that's why I want them to explore it a bit more. Because you have a boss like the Rotten who, when you break his weapon arm, for example, the fight just is totally different at that point. And I think it's really cool like that. I would love for them to do it more. More of that. And yeah, more limb break stuff is cool too. I don't know if it really does anything other than make you deal more damage to the boss, but I think I should stop picking these up. The last few runs I've forgotten about it, but and yeah, the tail cuts are kind of like that too, where it'll make the boss's moveset easier to cut their tail. Because, especially on a boss like Mytha. Mytha's the biggest example of that, probably. I mean, they're also like the gargoyles and stuff. But yeah, you break their tail, and then their tail attacks are way less threatening. And Mytha is, like I said, Mytha's the #1 example of that, I think. At least for no hit. Once you cut Mytha's tail, you can kind of change how you fight the boss. You can be a lot closer because that spinny attack doesn't hit you anymore. So, yeah, I do like that quite a lot. But yeah, limb breaks are cool too. I don't know if I like it as much, but yeah, it's still cool. In some cases. Dude, I just can't fucking make it up here. Maybe I should just Molotov the other guy there, dude. 60 FPS makes it basically so you have to jump to go up there. And then when I stop to 30, I just can't control the game anymore because it's so laggy. Yeah, I've got the best playlist on Twitch, dude. Apo, 100%, surely. Not biased at all. I don't know if I have Pelicans to be on the playlist, actually. I don't know. Can't remember. I'm sure I did at one point. I can't remember, though. I don't really... Yeah, I don't really listen to this playlist on stream that much anymore. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess just Elder Scrolls in background or Minecraft is just very... it's really good, first of all, but then it's just very neutral as well. It doesn't really get in the way of anything. It doesn't take over, I guess. Oh yeah, we're making progress on this for sure. The last run was my furthest I've made it. Civilite, welcome back. And I'm planning on making it past that point on this one, hopefully. I can get past shadows, that is. How many any percents are we at? 6, I think? 5 or 6? 5 or 6 any percents, I think. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, dude. Maybe I should find some other reason to do a marathon like this again. This is pretty fun. I just don't know what I would... Like, usually I don't attempt runs like this. I usually would be spending a bit more time practicing for it and preparing. I certainly don't think this is the best way to get runs. Like... At least in terms of amount of time spent. Because I think I'll end up getting this run faster than if I were to just do normal streams in terms of, like, the date. I'll get it sooner, but in terms of amount of time spent, I think this is definitely worse. But it's an interesting experiment, I guess. I've never done anything like this, really. Restart game. Yeah, and I also think this run is probably the perfect difficulty level. Like, not because I wouldn't want to be doing 1 month of streams in a row trying to farm some or trying to get some like insane run, such as like the 6-game run, right? Like, I'm not going to stream until I get that because that would actually be insane. But this is a run that it takes a couple days to get, and yeah, that seems to be the right amount of time, I think. But I haven't gotten it yet, so I keep saying that. But next thing you know, I'm here like 7 days later, and I'm still going. But now the good thing is we're making progress still, like visible progress. If that stops and I still haven't gotten the run, then that's very bad. Set up in the garage now? I am not. Set up in the garage. This is the same place I've been streaming from for the past year. But I just took away the green screen for now. It's still, I mean, it's still there, but it's just I'm not using it. This is day 3. The first day, I did pretty much all practice, and then I did pretty much all practice, and then I did 1 baseline run, and then 1 attempt, which made it to Maria. That was day 1. Day 2 was yesterday. I didn't make it that far. I didn't make it farther than Maria. And we had a bunch of technical problems, and it's just, I don't know. Wasn't the best. Today, at least we started with the distance PB, though. Probably good that it parried him. I don't think he's quite far enough yet. Come on, dude. I mean, maybe he was, I guess. There we go. Should be good. Are you still going? Clearly better RNG this time. Yeah, maybe a different marathon could be, just like beating a game, I guess. But that's not really the type of thing I do usually. It would be great for Hollow Knight, but it's kind of too late. Well, it's not too late, but I'm not about to extend the marathon to beating Hollow Knight Silksong before I end stream. Don't do this, please. You're kidding me. Well, it's better than last time, but still not great. Okay, just probably one more R1 is good. Oh, this Pyre's being such an idiot, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. It's a little scary. You could say. I mean, when is this fight not, though? Yeah, I think there, I just kind of started the phase 2 a little bit too far away. With the katana guy just too far away. I should have waited until he's closer. But still good. Still got it done. As I've been doing. Yeah, I think the reason why I've got more consistent at Shadows, the 60 FPS and no B-jump helps. But I think it's because I'm not trying to, like, force... I'm not trying to instantly kill that sword guy there. I'm just being patient with it and just baiting out attacks. Not trying to go for a, you know, full phase 2 skip or whatever. And I'm just surviving both of them, and I'm just parrying... Viscerals are quite consistent, not 100%, but pretty good. And I just do that. What's the cat doing? Oh, they're just sleeping. This is their sleep time, basically, from like 3 to 5, I would say. The punch strat, it allowed me to get full beast meter before going into the Shadows fight, so it makes phase 1 a lot faster. I don't actually think that makes me any more consistent at the fight. Because the phase 1, I never really had too many problems with. It's when you get into phase 2 in the phase 2 transition, when you get one of them to low health, that's when the fight gets tough. But it does, I mean, it's overall slower for the run, probably, but I do kind of like it. To have a faster, yeah, I definitely don't mind having a faster phase 1. Like, ooh, that was a little risky, maybe. No, we don't need 30 FPS for ROM. We have a different strat. I'm a little hungry, though. I'm kind of forgot. Probably gonna have to eat, though, before... Like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna finish this run before ES3 co-op or anything. Probably go eat soon. Maybe once I get past any percent, we can... I'm just gonna go eat. Take a break. Surely I do it. I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to have. some leftovers from yesterday. Burritos. Don't you do that to me. God damn, dude. Pointing his butt at me is not what I'd like to see. Gunshots make the boss go spinny. What does this boss even do? It makes you miserable and it wastes your time. That's what that boss does. Quite simply. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. At least Rom doesn't scream like every other boss in the game. That is a good point. There's maybe a tad too much screaming for my taste in this game. Just a tad. I've been streaming for what, 52 hours now? I'm gonna need more vials, dude. Why am I out of vials? I guess I should pick up those ones that I was talking about earlier before Bloodstarved Beast. There's some that we pick up along this path, though. So it should be okay. That kind of scared me a little. Yeah, this will be game one of the marathon, 100%. Zero doubt. So we can use these hunter marks now because since we're doing witches earlier, there are 3 marks on the path there. which is kind of nice. Would be the easiest. The easiest all bosses is definitely Demon Souls. Definitely Demon Souls the easiest. And no hit, miss Noble. Any advice? Uninstall the game. Simply. Which one am I looking forward to the most? What do you mean by that? Not sure what you mean. I've already de-rusted so far on DS1, DS3, and DS2. It's just Demon Souls and Elden Ring, and then this is not really de-rust. I need to actually just do it, but... Yeah, so I no-hit all those games, like, last week and the week before. Those runs. Is this channel meme friendly? Absolutely not, dude. Insta ban. Okay, this bullet strat hasn't really been working that well for me. Yeah, Demon Souls no hit is really a consistent run. At least with sorcery it is. It's just the reason why it's one of the easier ones. It's not necessarily because the bosses are so easy in that game. It's because there are a lot of cheeses that make the annoying bosses. Like Man-Eaters could arguably be one of the sketchiest no-hit fights in the whole series. But I found a cheese that makes them not that scary. Yeah, I found a cheese for them when I was no-hitting that game in preparation for God Run 3. And I found a lot of cheeses, actually. So yeah, it's, you know, it would be one of the scariest fights, but it's just not. Now, it's slow as hell, but it works. It's a poison cheese. So it's damn slow. But it's easily worth it. And even still, even though I do the Elan cheese and I do the Man-Eater poison cheese, my run is still sub 2 hours. So, like most old Demon Souls routes were like 2.5, 3-hour runs. But it's because sorcery just saves so much time because you just one-shot everybody. Well, I don't know if that's true, Leviathan, in terms of the most runners don't like routing. I don't know about that. You might be right, you might not be. But I do think when when you're meticulous and coming up with strategies for stuff, and you find things that are foolproof, then yeah, like it certainly helps a lot. And yeah, there are different ways of doing runs. Mainly, there are people who just like doing the runs. Like they'll learn a route and then they'll just grind the runs. I mean, kind of similar to what I'm doing right now. But one thing that is not a great habit is when you get hit to just immediately reset and just like ignore the hit you took, basically. And one thing that's pretty important is when you get hit, solving whatever happened, right? And you'll notice every run that I've gotten hit on so far, pretty much. I mean, I guess the living failures I got hit on twice, but like, you don't want to get hit by the same thing twice. And if you do that, then you'll get the run eventually, right? That's how it kind of works. You'll have to get the run eventually because there are no more things you can get hit by if you never get hit by the same thing twice. So that's kind of how I like to approach it. Rather than just getting hit and then being like, I just, whatever, and I just do it again. It'll end up wasting you a lot of time. I don't think I got, yeah. Really wish I had one elixir for this part, man. I don't know if there's a better way to do this with those gun guys up there. Okay, he definitely just shot there, I think. I just need to pay attention to when he shoots. I need to identify correctly the timing. I like the elixir because it just means that I can just kind of sit there and... Who's this guy? Yeah, see, there's a guy who chases you. If I have an elixir, I can just kind of sit there and make sure it's safe to go. Better to learn to read on your own or watching someone better? Well, there's no correct answer to that because it just depends what you want to do. If you're trying to optimize for getting the run quickly, then you should learn from people, of course. If it's fun for you to come up with it yourself, then you should do it that way. But you have to be careful copying strats, and like you need to be critical of them. Like even for this run, like I had strats that I saw that just simply, either because of 60 FPS or they're just not consistent, but I've lost runs because of that, So it's always good to test around strats yourself to make sure that, first of all, they work. Then also, if they don't work, more importantly, I guess. If they don't work, how do they not work? Or if there are some variations that copying someone didn't show you, what are those variations, right? For example, if, old DS3 routes, the Pontiff Knight before Pontiff would just run past and dodge him rather than use hidden body. And so if you watch someone's run, you're like, oh, you just run past that enemy, he does this swipe attack, and you do it yourself, it's like, oh, he didn't do the swipe attack, he did the quick one or something, right? There are like 4 different attacks he can do, and you wouldn't know them from just watching someone do it. And so that's why it's important to like test stuff yourself. When I was doing my first no-hit run, I just copied Raz's route and like, well, I didn't just copy it exactly, but I took their routes and like Squilla's and Fraz and stuff, and they were just not great. And there were also a lot of those variations that I was talking about that I had to learn kind of the hard way. Yeah, sitting there testing strats for hours isn't exactly everyone's favorite thing to do. So yeah, there's not a correct way to do it. It just depends what you're trying to do, right? What do you enjoy? Are you trying to get the run as fast as possible, or are you just kind of chilling and having fun playing the game? Hunter set for the Beast Hood. How come no whip now? What do you mean? I used it. Yeah, there were 2 runs I lost when I was going for Elden Ring All Bosses no hit due to gamepad things. And both of them were an extra R2 button hit. Where I didn't press it, but it got hit somehow. Pop some of these. And one was to one of the Death Knights in the DLC. I think 5 is the correct number here, but my pellets from storage too, because I did pick up the extra ones this time. I think 5 is good. Nah, that's a totally legit thing to do, Moran, I would say. Like, Elden Ring doesn't really have that problem, but if you're playing the older Souls games, that is a 100% legit thing to do, I think. Because, yeah, some of the runbacks in the Souls games are just not fun to do. Oh, I should have quit out there for sure, dude. Or I should have reloaded the game. Kind of forgot. Yeah, you know, for example, if you're playing through DS2, Ilium Lois, and you're going to Twin Pets, make a save at the boss gate, dude.
What is the best fruit?
Definitely just make a save there. Same with a bunch of DS1 bosses, just make a save. Okay, surely I'm gonna change to 30 FPS still. Like, I don't know if it does anything, but Dom, thanks for the 5-month resub, dude. Yeah, in this game, you know, you're going to fight Logarius, just make a save at the boss gate if you can. Like, no, it's definitely not 30 FPS. It's probably more like 20, but I don't know why that happens. Maybe I should be, you know what? I didn't think about this. Maybe in Rivet Tuner, I should cap it at like 40. And then that would actually be 30 or something. Because yeah, this is definitely not 30 FPS, even though at the top left it says it is. This is like, yeah, it's probably 20, 15 or 20. Feels like. You think it isn't consistent? It feels consistent. It feels very consistent. but maybe not. Hard to tell when you get that low. But yeah, I should try that just to see what happens. Having my FPS at 45 and just see if it's like actually 30.
Cause.
Yeah, the frame rate, yeah. Like FromSoft is way behind on like physics and stuff being tied to frame rate is insane. Luckily in Elden Ring though, the reason why uncapping Elden Ring works so well is because it's in Delta time. But I believe that's the first one. Like all the other ones are just like frame rate is tied to everything basically. It's terrible. Really, really bad. So yeah, luckily Elden Ring 120 FPS is excellent. That's what I do usually. Or uncapped and it can go up to like 150 or whatever, but like I've been saying, there are probably only 2 things that FromSoft can improve on that I can think of. First one is their quests in their games. The by far biggest thing is the performance of their games and the engine. Like, how is it? I mean, it should be a standard at this point. Games should, like, you should be able to change your FPS, bro. You should be able to uncap it. You should be able to set it to whatever you want, basically. That's crazy that you can't already. But then also their games just run like shit as well, so. Oh yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like everything else FromSoft is top tier at basically. Boss fights, gameplay and combat, and visual design, level design. Like they've got it all, dude. It's just their games run like absolute garbage. Why did that seem kind of close to me? What? My game just ate my input when I was trying to use the damn item, dude. Dang. Nearly got procced there. Would have sucked. You'd argue this game has the best overall world and level design, like out of the other Souls games. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the levels well enough in this game to know that. Like, based on what I do know, it's easily up there for sure. I think visually this game might be the best executed. Well, this one in Elden Ring, I was talking about that yesterday. How's it going, Tricky? Yeah, I would probably tend to agree for the most part. Yeah, Sekiro is up there as well for sure in terms of visuals. I think this game, I still think this game and Elden Ring are a tier above it probably, but that's quite some RNG right there. Yet another any percent? Dopamine, welcome back, dude. No chords incident. I've gotten past that point like 4 times since then. Like, okay. Anyways, I'm going to take a break, you guys. I'm just gonna quit out here and probably close the game, I guess. I am going to go eat, and then yeah, I mean, there's not gonna be much time to continue that run. Like, I think stopping after 80% is probably reasonable. But yeah, I'll be back in like 15 minutes or so. I'm just gonna go eat dinner. And yeah, dude. All right, dude. Let it play. I'm gonna swap back to this one. Okay, so what did we just do? We're going to witches now. We're going to witches, and I need to stock up on blue elixirs. How many do we actually need? I guess 4? Wait, I'm just going to change my... I'll get the Canehurst summons on the next split, I guess. Just going to pop some of these. Oh, yeah, splits. Just stock up on these. Well, these... Should be good. It's 46, right? Surely not forgetting anything. All right, we're gonna go to witches first. It just makes more sense. So yeah, I changed the route slightly. We are, I'm going back to getting the Claw Mark rune. I think it's worth it. We're doing Chalice Dungeons after. Okay, my game has crashed here quite a few times, but maybe not now. We did just start up the game. Maybe. Hobbs, thanks for the 28-month resub, dude. Stops programming and start streaming so AI can't take my job? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, we also did Morrowind as well. I think that's the only one missing from that list. Okay, surely my game won't die at this doorway, as it tends to do sometimes. I always get a little lag spike there at least. Okay, and we gotta pay attention to make sure this witch teleports. Yeah, that's what happened last time. She summoned and didn't teleport, and I didn't cancel it. Yeah, okay. Okay, we get the rune tool. Yeah, definitely some of those playthroughs were before I started streaming on YouTube as well. So... Okay, let's go here. When will I release Liza P footage? What do you mean? There's none, dude. Wanna go witches 0 insight? It just takes too long. Because you gain insight from starting the boss fight, so you have to mark out and then run all the way back. It's just not worth it. Not on this run. On lower damage, it would be worth it, but not on this. Like the Epstein files. I mean, yeah, like it legit doesn't exist. The Liza P footage, at least. Other one, not so sure about. But yeah, like I played a lot of it off stream, and I wasn't recording. Like I was just playing the game. Yeah, we'll have time for a couple more attempts tonight, but dang, dude, unless we get a good one, this might be tomorrow, dude. Might be Thursday. Thursday, day of the run, surely. I'm assuming I can mark here, no problem. Because I have so many extras now. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm still fine. I mean, I've just been playing the game a lot. Like that's pretty much it. There it is. And we're going to go get the rune. Matt Gang, thanks for the good luck, dude. But we've only done one run today, right? Like one actual proper run. Is that really true? Bree, thanks so much for the raid. How was your stream? I appreciate that. What were you up to? Oh, boy. Please, no. What was that? Bingo practice. When is that actually, when is that actually happening? Last time I did this guy hasn't been attacking it. There we go. Hallmark. Yeah, we've basically only done one run today. But it was a decent one. It was my distance PB. I made it to Orphan. Messed up the strat and died, but it was progress. Yeah, I had like a couple early game resets. But then that was it, I guess, right? Like, pretty sure that was it. No, I was doing the backstab loop and I circled poorly and I got caught on his leg and got clipped. It was actually more like I got smoked rather than clipped because I really just got, like I really got caught on his leg. But, okay. So I popped the umbilical cord, so we should be good. It's 30. Zero. I did pop them, right? I think so.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Hi.
Almost wondering if I should I should have marked out there because I still have a lot of duration on my pellet. Corvo, thanks for the 4-month prime sub if I didn't say thanks, dude. Well, I lost a run yesterday, Lexa, to forgetting to pop the umbilical cords before going in, which is basically the same thing. Like, I killed Gehrman, and I was just sitting there waiting, and then I went to NG+, and the run's over. So, yeah. That did already happen. We've basically had 4 runs, not in a row, but, you know, a couple like Gascoigne hits. But other than that, we've had 4 runs in a row to at least past any percent. Most of them further. Like, the last 2 runs were Living Failures hits. Well, and then I got hit on Orphan. So I'm getting very consistent, dude. I should have restarted my game also. Like, really should have done that. But yeah, I've decided to go with the parry strat now for Orphan, which is a little risky because I haven't really practiced it much. But it is better. It should be better. But yeah, the problem is that I only practiced it for a little bit after I lost the run to him. So yeah, it feels crazy that I've been streaming all day, but this is only the 2nd run today. That's like, it's only the 2nd run, basically. Yeah, the plan is to do parry loop. Yeah, it's just I think it's objectively a better strategy. Once you get the execution down, which, do I have it down? I'm not sure yet. I guess we'll see when we get there. The thing is, the way I do it, I throw in a backstep, So, or like a dodge backwards. If I miss a parry, I don't die. Or if I'm like too late or something. Because what can happen when you're doing that parry shot with just walking backwards is you can miss a parry. Or you can hit a parry, and if it's late, you still get a trade with them, right? And obviously you die, so doing it that way is kind of risky. I like the backstep strat, but it does take more stamina. And so there could be some stamina concerns potentially.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
Shrouded by night, but with steady.
Yeah, mini boss are scripted in Bloodborne. Ludwig is not, but we have a lot of damage and he stuns pretty easily, so. Solar, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, dude. Yeah, I saw what you sent in the Discord, Agora. That's kind of... It was kind of hilarious, to be honest, but... I would like to, Raphael, I think. Maybe, but... I'm not going to do it unless the emulator's stable, is the thing. That's the main thing. Like, I don't want to do it on the PS5 on 30 FPS, do a long run like that. So, yeah. I'm gonna go back. Well, maybe I'll go get this, and then I'm gonna go back and level up. Well, no, I may as well do it first and restart my game. Also, kind of have to go to the bathroom, dude. Might go really quick. Yeah, I'll be back in a second, you guys. I just need to run to the bathroom. I should have gone earlier, but I did not. So I'll be back in a sec. All right. Yeah, I just restart my game to, like, preemptively prevent crashes from happening. Mostly.
I have failed.
That was good, but the guy just ran right up to me. I honestly don't know if he can do melee attacks. I think so, but I want to mess with it. Well, he definitely can, so. That's kind of unlucky.
I have failed.
Original Elden Ring all bosses. Well, it's not quite the same type of run. I'm more just like... I've been talking a lot over the past couple days, so... As you may have noticed. A little bit more than normal. But yeah, I'm not like trying to be, I don't know. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But it's just, yeah, it's not quite the same. Okay, here we go. If I somehow get this and I don't make any miss parries, this would be fucking insane, dude. Realized I forgot the stamina rune. I just totally forgot. Like, I was too focused on what I was doing there. Guess it didn't matter. Wouldn't have minded having it, but... Because I did run out of stamina there, and that part... I think that was part of the reason I missed that parry, too, because... Like, you can't parry unless you have... You still need a bit of stamina to be able to parry, so... But yeah, that... Like, honestly, that's so much easier, that strat, over the backstab. Much, much easier. Much easier. Just gonna stock up on the bolt papers. Even though we probably don't need more, but... Alright, new distance PB, though. It's pretty good. Especially when it's on back-to-back runs. That's especially good. If I restarted my game recently, I'm so paranoid about that, dude. I think I did. I should probably do Ligarius before this fight. Like, I'm very confident in this script. Pretty easy. Ligarius is definitely scarier than this. And a thing that I'm a little concerned about is that I'm gonna be walking backwards from this lamp, which I haven't done before. So surely it's fine. What the hell? Yeah, I should have tested this out, dude. I think I'm just gonna wait for them to walk outside and then I'll go, probably. I don't know how they aggro there, though. Did they aggro again? No. You think that's not safe? It seems safe to me, to be honest. That seemed fine. Like, running past those enemies is fine, but that one enemy throws Molotovs, though. That actually seemed perfectly fine to me. All right, Logarius, dude. Wouldn't mind restarting my game one more time. I should have done it, but the paranoia, dude. Oh, I've never seen them swing before. Maybe I took a bad path there or something. Or it's just that live run RNG. There's apparently some rare meme where you can get hit by this guy up here. That's why I blew Elixir. At least that's what Ghost says in the guide. Never seen it, but I mean, we have a lot of them, so may as well. Probably shouldn't have locked on there. As I I feel like that almost made me whiff it, dude. Okay, so it's probably fine. I think it's okay. I did test the damage here, I believe, and it was fine, even with I think I tested with 39 strength. But we do need to watch out for counter hits. If I get anything I don't like, I'm just gonna get out of the fight. What the fuck? Jesus, dude. I don't know how someone dropped that late, but they did. Good thing I saw him, though, because that could have been pretty bad. Tell him for good measure. Simple. All right, there it is, dude. Finally, I'm free from this. Nice, dude. Wow, and that was a quick run, dude. Yeah, like, is sub 2 actually accurate with this real timer? Because I don't know. I guess I'm not checking my in-game time right now, but oh, dude, finally. Dang, dude. There it is. All bosses, no hit run. After how many hours of stream, dude? I don't know at this point.
GG.
3 days.
24/7 stream has been fun.
Yeah, we did it, dude. Nice, man. Mel, thanks for the 100 bits, dude. Blaze, thanks for the 9-month Prime sub. This was a like super clean run for the most part. I guess I missed a parry on Orphan, but like everything was textbook, dude. Everything was just pretty much perfect, I think. And sub 2 real time as well, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's nice, dude. Simple. Oh, man. Thank God I can end the stream now, dude. Dang. Finally. Yeah, like I was saying, I do think this is one of the easier all bosses, no hit run. My game. Oh, I guess it's because it's new character.
Dude, that's so
Deathcube, thanks so much for the 5 gift subs, dude.
That is so shit. That is such a garbage.
On the emulator as well, like we persevered through the weirdness of the emulator and the crashes and stuff. And I mean, it was only a matter of time. I was no hitting any percent so consistently. And yeah, 151, and I mean, it was sub 150 for sure. I think my chat broke somehow. Yeah, it was sub 150. If I quit out once I beat that once I beat Amygdala, but yeah, that was nice, man. I do think switching the Orphan strat was the right play in the end, but it's about 20 hours of it. Yeah, I mean, I was on for this is almost 60 hours, I think. Yeah. 58 hours stream. Which is pretty insane. Longest stream I've done in a while. But yeah, we got it done, dude. How many attempts total? I don't know. I mean, in terms of like proper attempts that actually made it out of the early game, it wasn't many, dude. I lost a run to Orphan, Maria, 2 to Living Failures. I lost 2 runs to Gehrman. And that's actually it.
Maybe.
So,
I'll give you the best
I mean, we got this
ever.
super efficiently, dude.
Bro, good job.
It was really fucking efficient, dude. And the best part is, I think a lot of the hits I ended up taking, I ended up solving a lot of problems that potentially I may not have seen, right? If I had gotten the run. Like on the first try when I got to Maria, if I had ended up like no hitting that out of luck, then there would have been a lot of things in the future for the 6-game run that I would have had to learn still. But yeah, there were some other runs like beyond those late game runs. Like I lost a couple, I lost a few to Gascoigne. I lost one to BSB. I lost one to, that was it. Or there was one after Miko Lash because of bad strat. Like there were a couple, like we were probably around like 15 attempts on this or so. Not really sure, but yeah, GG's guys, nice. I'm excited to sleep without the stream being on. I mean, this was definitely really fun though. I would like to do, I would like to do more stuff like this eventually, I think. Yeah, this was actually really fun, man. Because normally getting a run like this would just be kind of routine, right? Like it's not the hardest run ever. You just kind of, I'd practice it, learn it, and get it, in a week or something. But it made it way more interesting for me to do it in this way, where I'm just grinding, right? But yeah, dude, nice, simple. Is the best Suns jersey? I think so. Probably my favorite one. But yeah, I'm pretty tired, you guys. What game comes next? Well, we're still going to be doing Bloodborne. The next step is Chalice Dungeons. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start routing that. I should probably play them for the first time properly. I've never played them. but I do want to get started, like, sooner rather than later. So... yeah, Chalice, like, that's gonna be a real challenge for sure. I mean, the run is I think it's like it's over 50 bosses, right, or something like that. So yeah, Chalice is the plan next. I should probably do some DS3 and 2-in-1 runs off stream so I stay up to date on those. Yeah, so actual all bosses. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, actual all bosses, every single boss in the game. And then once I do that, then it's time for the big one, dude. 6 games, basically. I mean, I have to de-rest on Demon Souls and Elden Ring, which will take a decent amount of time, but... dang. Yeah, all Chalice bosses, yeah. Like, there are some Chalices without bosses, right? I don't know. I've never played them, so... anyways, yeah, thanks for hanging out for the stream, you guys. It's gonna be weird to end the stream. But yeah, 58 hours of Bloodborne grind, dude. I literally... well, I basically 0.3x'd my time in the game in the past 3 days, which is pretty insane. Because I probably had about 150 hours in the game before this, and now I've got... well, okay, maybe... I mean, it's not plus 58, but... I mean, I probably played for a good at least 30 hours, right? Something like that? I don't know. Oh, yeah, but I will I be on tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe I'll just take a chill day tomorrow, and then... I don't know. And then we'll see what happens, but yeah, that was really fun, dude. I would like to do more stuff like this. Maybe I should play fucking Hollow Knight, dude. Maybe I should play Hollow Knight. I'll see. I'm definitely gonna buy the game at the very least, and then surely that'll make me play it, right? Alright, let's raid someone, dude. Who should we raid today? Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how the amount of time this run took to get. I think it was very... like, I think I got this very efficiently. Considering I did only learn... I started learning this only less than a week ago, dude. Which is, pretty happy with that, dude. So... go outside of Bender, you guys. Yeah, like I said, I may not be on tomorrow. Don't bait us like that. Yeah, I may not be on tomorrow, but we'll see. But yeah, the next step, I guess, is what? Just simply Chalice Dungeons, dude. Just go for it, man. But anyways, yeah, thanks again for hanging out, you guys. This was really fun. And I will see you all next stream. GG's. Simple.